I learned a tattoo in prison. Most people who end up upstate learn to do something, not only as a way to pass the time, but also to have some sort of hustle they can offer to other people. When you have something to offer people besides jokes and war stories, you can actually be accepted to the community faster. One of the common sayings you hear in prison is that begging ain't a hustle. Nobody wants to take care of a grown-ass man, especially one who can't take care of himself. Maybe if you're hella young or you're in a wheelchair, it might be a little different. But for the most part, you're expected to be able to take care of yourself. I knew men who showed up with nothing, had nobody taking care of them on the outs, and ended up taking over the entire fucking yard. What a lot of people fail to realize is that some of these men are geniuses. They are masters at manipulation. They understand mathematical systems enough to run gambling rackets, and they are incredibly violent. I was none of these, but we all get in where we fit in. And for me, I had a small skill in making cartoon drawings, Mickey Mouse, Snoopy, shit like that. And people liked it, and eventually one of my cellies let me practice a tattoo on him. That's how it all really started. Before going to prison, the only art I knew was graffiti. Tagging, bombing on freeways, gangbanging, partying, selling drugs. I had convinced myself the only reality for me was to survive those environments in which we see all of our young black and brown folks getting caught up in today. And for a while, I lived that life to the fullest. And being fortunate enough to survive those situations, streets to jail, jail to prison, I now use them to explore new ways to show my art. I was down for about 14 years. Sometimes the time would go by fast, sometimes really slow. A good way of seeing how much time has passed is the prison pictures. You see the children in your life grow up, and it's then that you realize how much time has passed. We were on lockdown for a year once. Imagine living in an office cubicle with another grown-ass man for 365 days. I read a lot of art history books then. I guess I developed a good enough understanding of American art movements like modernism, pop art, minimalism, shit like that. So when I got out and enrolled in the community college, I actually had a good understanding of all those theories, and I was able to apply that knowledge that I learned from all those books. But it's the knowledge I learned inside that became my art. The oral histories you hear and the creative process one must learn fall under those theories of knowledge that most people only learn from in books, but that prisoners must live and survive under. When I think about what just culture means to me, besides my underground scholars family, I think of the artwork I do at UCLA. My entire practice is based on the bringing of my identity to institutions of higher learning, whether it's by making artwork that has to do with immigration, my identity as a child of illegal immigrants, or bringing my prison hustle into the gallery space and trying to turn the white cube into a prison, which is the basis of my idea, that all these institutions are related to each other, whether they be correctional institutions or institutions of higher learning. They all operate on guidelines, rules, and policies that are designed with a capitalistic and Eurocentric structure. After surviving the institutions that are created for people of color, I am now thriving in the institutions made for the white and the privileged. It is here where the fight for our identities must be made, and you don't need no gun to fight. Just use your strengths. Just use your mind. Just speak. Just culture.